Chairperson, Sri Gautam Mukhopadhyay, distinguished panelists, esteemed participants, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon, you all. In fact, many dimensions have been discussed as for the development of the border areas as a part of India-Myanmar cooperation and as a program of Brahmaputra-Ayeyarwady dialogue, which can bring some sort of a vibrant and prosperous border zones neighboring between the two countries. As for me, I'm an academician. Just I would like to put across certain points which we can touch upon for the policy changes and other measures which we can be taken up for the benefits of both the countries. In fact, India, because of her geopolitical and other economic reasons, she has to develop a good relationship with Myanmar and beyond. And for that matter, not only this bilateral relationship, Myanmar has to be taken care of for the mutual development and as a part of the BIMSTEC, as a part of ASEAN as a whole. Now, to the point as for the trade, I just would like to just give one, just instance in Myanmar sector happening. Because when it has been normalized, almost the trade is reduced to zero because the tariff structure has been changed dramatically. The major trade happening between these two counterparts at this point is betel nuts, as already been discussed. That's why this tariff structure has to be taken care of. And another is that as it has been normalized, any kind of a goods which are not falling in the negative list can be traded. Maybe the products from other countries, third-party origin, if there is a certification for that, that cannot be operationalized. That is one. The infrastructural facilities available in Myanmar sector, though it has been developed to a great extent, but still we do not have a proper connectivity of EDI. That's why whatever the product coming for trading, it cannot be accessed. It doesn't have the access code. That's why there is so much of this one problem in harmonizing this kind of a trade. So that's one, infrastructural facilities. That's why, to cut short, we can just compare the kind of facilities happening with Myanmar and China in the Musei, Myanmar and Thailand in Mayawadi Masot, and Myanmar, India, especially in the Myanmar sector. So that's why there is an acute shortage of infrastructural facilities. That's to be addressed. Then at the same time, we need to redress our own warehousing and transport within our own countries. That means the kind of a transport facilities which we are having is not up to the mark. Big lorries cannot fly. All weather roads are not connecting properly. So that's why these are the things for the trade. And at the same time, we can think about the better, robust kind of a border zones to be developed. People-to-people connectivity is very important. So for Myanmar, they have started e-visa facilities, and Myanmar sector has been recognized as a immigration point. But for India, we are supposed to give the e-visa facilities for the Myanmar nations. So that is some sort of a, there's some difficulties are there. That's why movement for the health, tourism, education, and various other trade-related things that has to be smoothened and properly channelized. That is one part which I observed from my experiences. And at the same time, what we have to do is so many policy changes need to be decided as for the cross-border trucking, single window clearance, as the ASEAN nations are doing. One of the speakers, Mr. Myotan, had already explained that can be extended, yes, if we have that kind of a motor vehicle agreement between the two countries, including Thailand. That is to be appreciated. But my observation over here, We have so much of prospects for collaborations at the universities level. We have so much of areas for the skill development, mutual research, so on and so forth. We had already invited a team of Myanmar scholars for educational exposure in Manipur University. We provided some sort of a collaborative exchange of educational and other industry-related things. But now, the one important strategic agenda which we have to sit with, Myanmar is having two important industrial parks. One is in Meotha Industrial Park in Myanmar. Another is in Talewa, that is in Yangon. And the Sagaing region where Manipur is neighboring with Myanmar, they are also having the small industrial states, industrial zones, 4 industrial zones they are having. But if we would truly committed for developing these border zones, we are supposed to see some sort of a special economic zones developed in border areas, keeping in view the raw material and other resources available in that area. That's why I would like to draw the attention of investors from Japan, JICA, or whatever. They are maybe investing in some infrastructure facilities, roads, etc., etc. That's to be highly appreciated. But at the same time, I would like to draw the attention for investing in some of the sectors where the participation from the Japanese companies can also be encouraged with the local workforces of local level industrial units in a joint venture setup, whatever feasible. Maybe in the healthcare, maybe in the services, maybe in the IT, maybe in the processing, maybe in the pharmaceutical, maybe in any other areas where this Myanmar portion and the Indian portion is having a quite lot of a biodiversity hotspot zone. So this is one opportunity I see to it. That's why when we sit with this one, Meotha is near this Irrawaddy Bank, Meotha Industrial Park. They have a river port, and then if you just go down, it will go to Yangon. If you take a U-turn from that Meotha, that Simekong port, and it will go to Chinrin River, and then it will come up to Kalemio. And Kalemio is hardly 130 to 140 kilometers from Moretam. And then Kalemio is having one airport that is the mid of the city. That's why they are planning to ship it somewhere. If they ship it a little closer to Tamu site than 30, 40 kilometers, then it again will be becoming much closer to Mori. And that way, the border areas, people residing over there, they can have a different kind of a change in their livelihood and in their living standard by putting some sort of a special economic zones. Maybe for the food processing, maybe for the agricultural packaging, maybe for the jewelries, furniture, or any other item whichever is feasible. That is one area we can just think about. So that's why I do not know about the Sidway ports. It's good. Indian government has taken up. It is going to be personalized. But to my understanding, one more challenge we have to sit with. Just few kilometers down south from Sidway, there is a Chakview. Both are situated in the Rakhine region of Myanmar. I think Rakhine is a little bit volatile place, and I don't know how far it will be quite feasible in the years to come. Let's hope for the best. It is coming up. But China is also just investing in Chakview, and they're getting access to this one, Bay of Bengal, and they are making super highways, and including the bullet trains from Kunming to Mandalay to Chakview. So that's the kind of a plan they have already taken up. So for India to have a closer and a seamless kind of a connectivity, what could be the other options that we are supposed to say to it? And for that matter, we have many other options, maybe in the Jakarta of this one, Mizoram, and some other points in Nagaland. However, of these very points, even among the Manipur, there is one Beijing, etc., Beiyang. Moretamu is still considered to be the most feasible and quite good operationally convenient place as on that. So that's why whatever is the connectivity, maybe for the physical connectivity, and then maybe for the air connectivity between Imphal and Mandalay, that needs to be met proper attention. Of course, for the land connectivity, our Honorable Ambassador has already explained due to COVID, could not be expedited. Then hopefully once the situation improves, it will be operationalized. So that is a good thing. But still we want air connectivity also. That's with Myanmar. That is the nearest is Mandalay or the Columbia. So that's why these are some of the things which we can just see to it. And whatever is the developmental things to happen with that kind of a connectivity and other things coming in, yes, we need to see to it our people residing in both sides of the border. So that's why the productivity of the people, that is emphasized by our Honorable Chairperson, Mr. Gordon Mukhopadhyay, that's very true. That's why the need of the hour for both the border areas is to provide right kind of a skill development and entrepreneurial ecosystem in this area, keeping in view the available resources, maybe for the agriculture, maybe for the tourism, maybe for the IT, maybe for the pharmaceutical, healthcare, cement, whatever. So that's why we require our own people to be well equipped with the kind of a skill development. And for that matter, any kind of a industry and good training to happen, we require investment, the capital. So that's why we just would love to see some sort of a investment or foreign direct investment, wherever feasible, so that both sides of the people can be benefited in terms of employment generation, in terms of economic livelihood of their people, and the true developmental things will happen. And probably in the days to come, this northeastern part and Manipur in general could be the true gateway of India to Myanmar and other Southeast Asian countries. These are the few points I just would like to share. Thank you so much.